I know I want marriage and this is the only type of person I would marry, but tonight you going out with somebody you have no intentions of having a long-term relationship with. You don't take that person seriously. You're not a serious person if you doing that. You're not a serious person when you're wasting resources on something and investing in something that you have no intention on keeping. Don't be confused. If you're getting silly results, it's because you acting silly.
Hey y'all, welcome to Boundaries and Grace.
Taylor Chandler, I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. Today we have a Q&A. Hey y'all, happy Friday. I've got 10 questions that I'm going to go over today. Let's just go into our first question. Our first question is how to stay hopeful and optimistic in the overall dating climate. This is a very nice way of saying the dating scene is trash. I see 100s in the chat, so it's not looking good. Here's my suggestion. Process through past relationship hurts, betrayals, disappointments, so that you're not projecting it into your current experience. Can we get a round of applause for that one? Can we do that? What does that mean to project it? It basically means, in simple terms, I'm taking the past experience, thank you, I'm taking the past experience and I am putting it onto the present experience. You know, like when we were in elementary school and you had a projector. I remember those little clunky overhead projectors and they had the transparency and it projected onto a screen. That's what happens when we don't take care of our past situation. It's like our past is the transparency and the present is the screen. You know, they scroll down that big old screen. Okay. And that's the present. And your past is being projected onto that big old screen. Okay. So and the thing about projections is it happens unconsciously. So you don't even know that you're doing it. You're stressed, upset about something that's happening in the present, that's triggering things that happened in the past that you haven't dealt with. So one way to get more optimistic and hopeful is by dealing with those things in the past. And then you're able to make a healthy separation between what happened back there and what's happening right here. Now, the reality is that even when you do that, y'all, even when you do that, you still gonna have some experiences up here. There's still some things going on in the present that are very real. I'm definitely not suggesting that all of your negative emotions are due to the fact that you have some kind of past trauma. You don't have any control over someone else's behavior or how they're showing up in the dating world. So what can you do? Another thing you can do, aside from processing your past, is taking a break from negative social media accounts. Taking a break from listening to the critical, negative voices and videos on social media. They're not highlighting people that are healthy, happy, and satisfied in their relationships. Okay? Some accounts do. Many accounts aren't, because there's not a whole lot of traction in healthy and happy. There's a whole lot of traction in drama and stress. If you are consuming a lot of that information and it's getting you down, okay, take a break. Now, I know it's like a train wreck that, it's kind of hard to look away. You know what I mean? I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. It's kind of hard to look away sometimes. I'll be like, I kind of want to tune in and see what's going on. But if it's not entertainment for you, if it's starting to be your real life, you really going on a date like, oh, if she tries it, oh, if he tries it, and you don't have any reason to be feeling like that except for what you just heard on a YouTube account, that you might want to take a break. I suggest you take a break. You need a detox. Tune into some boring content of happy, solution-focused people. It's not going to get your heart rate up the same way. It's not going to get you triggered the same way, but that's a good thing. I was thinking earlier, I was coming back, I was running some errands, and I was thinking earlier just how much I love like wholesome things. And I was thinking about, it has so much to do with the way that I grew up. And when I don't want to take it too deep, y'all, but you know me, I try to keep it light and I'll be going so deep. If you weren't kind of like incubated in a peaceful environment, like especially before you had your own autonomy, before you developed, and your environment was chaotic, erratic, destructive, that feels like home. And you're really going to have to intentionally create a new homeostasis, a new home, a new baseline. Last thing here, and then we'll move on to the next question. How to stay hopeful and optimistic in the overall dating climate. Get clear on what you value and what you need in a relationship so that when you see it, you appreciate it, and then you know what to do with it. Start focusing on what you want rather than who doesn't have it. It's truly a glass half full kind of mindset. Start thinking about what you do want to show up, what you are bringing. Okay, not what other people aren't doing, what other people don't understand, and how few people got it. So when when it comes across your table, because it's not like it don't exist. Let's be for real. It's not like it's not out there. But when you're so focused on the trash, you notice trash. Come on. If I say right now, white Jeep Wrangler, and the next time you go out driving, you're going to see a white Jeep Wrangler and be like, I was just thinking of that. When you are consuming and hearing a bunch of trash stuff, it's the first thing you notice. You're priming yourself to take note of it and to take it in. So come on, guys, ladies and gentlemen. So prime yourself to see the stuff that you do want, that you do appreciate. Like let that be on the forefront of your mind. Is that okay, y'all? Let's move on to number 2. How to emphasize the importance of being a serious person while dating. Y'all, let me give you a little bit of an overview of a couple other the questions that we're going to have. We're talking about how to be a serious person and how to recognize a serious person when dating. I got a couple of situational questions that were submitted, what people are going through right now that I'm going to answer. What's a good length of time to spend before commitment, dealing with breakups, communication skills? How do I deal with negativity that I get online? The condescending question of who hurt you. And finally, we're going to talk about how to navigate STD and STI questions while dating. I recommend you listen into that STD, STI one. A lot of y'all haven't been in a sexual health conversation since damn high school. And I think we need to have a little bit of a refresher in how you need to be smart out here. So let's go to this one. How to emphasize the importance of being a serious person while dating. It's very important to show up serious. It's very important to only deal with serious people. How do you do it? How can you be a serious person in dating? Number 1, be resolute in what you want and say no to everything that you don't want. You're really not a serious person if you're talking about this is what I want, but you'll do this on the weekend. Something different. I know I want marriage and this is the only type of person I would marry, but tonight you going out with somebody you have no intentions of having a long-term relationship with. You don't take that person seriously. You're not a serious person if you're doing that. You're not a serious person when you're wasting resources on something and investing in something that you have no intention on keeping. That's your time, your energy, affection. That's space, money. So first, really check yourself. Like, are you really a serious person? Or do you talk outside like both sides of your mouth? Like, I'm so serious. I really want a serious person, but you do silly things. Are you doing silly stuff on the weekends? Silly stuff on Friday night? Talking about you want something serious? Come on, be for real. The only person you're fooling is yourself because it's going to show up in your results. Can we be honest? You know serious people because they produce serious results. Serious people don't produce silly results. If you get in silly stuff, it's because you acting silly. That's it. Now how you do it, what the silly stuff is, you might be a little bit confused about, might be a little bit unclear about, but don't be confused. If you're getting silly results, it's because you acting silly. If you're getting unserious people, it's because some in you ain't too serious. You really not giving serious, because people know who they can play with. People know, and it's not even like, we're not even talking about intentional manipulation. It's just kind of like, this person don't even take themselves seriously. What am I supposed to do with them? What am I supposed to do with her? She don't even make her bed. You're not serious. You don't even have real plates in the house, in the cabinets. You're really not serious. You're really not. Okay? Every week it's I don't know what's going on. You don't have no routine, no kind of rhythm. So you're like, you're really not a serious person. I don't know what I'm doing today. Every single day? You don't know. You have no idea. You just kind of seeing what happens, where the wind blows. You're really not serious. So again, be resolute in what you want and say no to everything that you don't want. If you're not willing to do that, I don't consider you to be a serious person because you're wish-washy, you flip-floppy. Okay? You up and down and all around. Anything might tempt you to do something that you said you weren't going to do. And then you actually do that thing. Come on, you're not serious. So you got to get some discipline. That's a word that's kind of in the undercurrent of what I'm saying, right? Be disciplined. Couple more things, and we'll move on to a situational question. Show up ready. Show up ready. Not you got to get ready. Okay, you met somebody great, and you really not prepared to take it on. You really not prepared to take it on. Physical appearance. Get it together, y'all. Get it together. Men and women, get it together. Show up ready. Some of y'all really lowballing on the front end. You like kind of seeing what you can get away with. Is low-key disrespectful. Now listen, because somebody gonna get this confused. This does not mean that you put everything out on the table, moving people in, offering rent money, all kinds of stuff. That's not what I'm suggesting. When I say lowballing, let's get more specific. Showing up raggedy, okay? Didn't take some time to get yourself together. Didn't put on any clothes, didn't put on any shoes. Damn better not come out there in some fuzzy slippers, I tell you that much. Damn sure shouldn't be coming out in some basketball shorts. I know that much. I know you can't be serious. I know you can't be serious. Unless y'all are going to work out and you in some flowy shorts. I don't want to see it out there. I don't want to see it out there. I don't want to see y'all ladies, I don't want to see y'all in those fuzzy slippers showing up to the coffee date. Just disrespectful. Put some shoes on. Show up ready. What in the world? Gentlemen, put some pants on. Put some pants on. Get some cologne, okay? And y'all, we really got to grow up. That cheap stuff some of that stuff smells like gasoline. You know, some of it, y'all, I'm serious. So some of it smells like gasoline. Because it's cheap. I want you to really think about that. Get a haircut. Let's continue. Communication, showing up ready. Y'all playing. We talk about this question is how to be a serious person. The importance of showing up serious. Okay. And how to show up serious, and how to notice that someone's a serious person. Communication, y'all. Communication. Respond to people in a timely manner. Why are you playing? You still playing games with people? You really still playing games where you know somebody's interested in you, and you know you single. Okay, that means you need somebody. You want somebody. You said that, not you. You really said that, not me. Honestly. You the one that wants somebody, okay? And you want to play games with people who are willing to give you a chance. You're not serious. It's not, I don't even want to ask the question, are you serious? Because you're not. We just skip to it. So you need to communicate with people in a respectful and in a timely manner, okay? Stop playing all these little games. Whatever Steve Harvey told you, throw it out. They don't like that, women. They don't like that, okay? You like that. Women like that. Women like that. Okay? If somebody taking you seriously, they not playing these silly little 6-hour rule games or whatever. Or, oh, they took 8 hours because they were in a meeting, they were at work, so now I'm gonna take 8. It's really like sabotaging your chances. Gentlemen, same thing. Y'all really shouldn't be doing that silly stuff. Okay? Communication games. they're short. They're being short, so I'm gonna be short too. Gentlemen, just ask the question: is there something wrong? Why am I like this? Look, she started to get a little short with you. Don't get short back. Ask a question. Hey, is there something wrong? Hey, I thought we had a good time last night. Am I misreading it? And sometimes you get some helpful context. But don't play these silly little games. They were short, now you're going to be short. They took 3 hours, now you're going to take 3 hours. How do you even have this much time to do all these calculations throughout the day? Well, you have that much time because you're not a serious person. How can you be a serious person? Get an idea of your strengths and weaknesses, like what you actually bring to a relationship. And let me give you a hint. It's not your presence. It's not your presence. This person been living their whole damn life without you. They got all the way here without you. They got all the way here without you. All right? Your presence alone is not the sell. It's not. Your presence alone is not the sell. You gotta have something that you know that you can offer to a relationship. And also have an idea of your weaknesses. What am I not good at? Like what could actually be even like burdensome to you if you had to deal with this part of me? Like what could be irritating about me or the way that I do something? And just be like that. Like a serious person is not a delusional person. A serious person is a realistic person, right? Like I know that I am not everything. I know what I am or who I am, and I know what I'm not or what I need to work on. That's being serious. Serious is not perfect. Serious is honest. Serious is realistic. Serious is transparent. Serious is balanced. Okay, like serious is mature, which means that you, like in this case, in this context, someone who's mature, emotionally mature, knows that I'm not all of one thing. I can be two things at the same time. I can be both really good at this and not good at that. And I'm still okay. Like both things exist. So those are some things, y'all, being a serious person, okay? Be resolute in what you want. Say no to everything that's not that. Show up ready, physically, emotionally, mentally, in your communication and the way that you engage. Have an idea of your strengths and weaknesses. Be able to communicate that to yourself at the very least. Let's move on, y'all. This is a situational question. This person asked, I constantly try and give grace to someone's point of view, and they rarely ever give the same back. How do I keep my integrity without resorting to the same petty behavior? First, I'm going to assume that you have to be around this person. You're married, or this is a parent, or this is a co-parent. Like this is the other parent of your child. Okay? So for the sake of this question, I have to assume that you have to deal with this person, because otherwise we don't know why you're still there. We don't know why this is even happening, why you're putting up with this. Two things. One, separate this person's narrow-mindedness from who you are. Sometimes someone can't take in your perspective because of like where they're at emotionally and mentally. Just because someone is dismissing your perspective doesn't mean that your perspective isn't helpful, doesn't mean that your perspective isn't valuable. Sometimes a person feels like they have to have total agreement in order to feel secure in themselves. And if you don't agree, they dismiss, they deny, they deflect, they minimize, they get angry, okay, and try to make you give up your opinion, your views. You said that you don't want to resort to the same petty behavior. Please don't turn into them. Allow them to have their perspective and you get to have yours. Okay? You don't have to try to bulldoze them and now you got to meet them with force because they're meeting you with force. You stay grounded and secure in what you think and what you feel and what you know, and you allow them to have whatever kind of thing they got going on. One more thing, and then we'll move on to the next question. So then there also might be a need for interpersonal boundaries between us. Reflect on this. Like, are there certain topics we shouldn't pick it up? Because every time we talk about religion, every time we talk about money, every time we talk about our parent, every time we talk about politics, every time we talk about this, it's like you just get real spicy. And maybe we need to have interpersonal boundaries between us where we don't go in certain places because we're unable to manage that conversation in a healthy, respectful, balanced way. Okay. Another thing about boundaries, interpersonal boundaries that you might need to have between you and this person is maybe you need to allow yourself to take a break in the conversation when it starts to feel like they're doubling down, tripling down on their perspective, and you realize that you keep trying to get them to see or validate your perspective and it's not happening. It's like you're hitting a wall. Allow yourself to take a break from the conversation. Allow yourself to change the subject if that's what we need to do. Hey, this conversation is starting to get me, like, keep it on self. Don't be like, you're being difficult. It's just, that's going to escalate it. Hey, I'm feeling really frustrated in this conversation. Can we talk about something different? Hey, like, I'm kind of done with this conversation. So I'm going to go take a walk. Okay. So allow yourself to change the subject or allow yourself to take a break from the conversation. Next question. What's a good length of time to spend with someone before commitment? What do y'all think? Ron says 3 months. So we've got subjective. It depends. 3 months, 6 months to a year, 6 to 9 months. Mike says a month. So we're all over the place, and that's okay because it is different for different people. Now, my opinion, and this is this is so arbitrary, okay? Thanks, B, for buying a badge. I appreciate your continued support. B always gets a badge and supports the content, and I really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. So if you want like an arbitrary objective marker, I think 2 to 3 months minimum. Like I don't think really under that is great because excitement can get you through 4 weeks. Excitement can get you through 4 weeks easily. Communication patterns and routines can get sort of stable and predictable 2-3 months, or things start to fall off and then you're not already in a committed relationship and you're able to see what you want to do or need to do, or what kind of conversations you need to have in order to get that thing back on track, or just let it go altogether. Here's some other things to consider aside from objective time markers. And y'all put some things in the chat as they come to your mind as well. One is, have you met anyone in their life, friends, family members? I know some people think that you shouldn't meet family until after you're committed. Some people, you want to meet family before. I mean, different people want different things. There is no one way to do it. My question, though, is, have you met anybody in their life besides them? It's really to make sure that everything continues to make sense. Like what they're telling you about them is validated through your experiences of other people. Okay, like it all is a cohesive story. It all is a cohesive picture. Okay, y'all might have heard about the Risa Tisa situation. She was with that man. He was on the phone with people every single day that weren't really on the other line. So she was like, "Oh, he got brothers and cousins and all kinds of stuff." No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. They're not on the other line. So have you physically seen these people? Not because it's so extreme as Risa Tisa, but the point is, that's like a sign of someone taking you seriously and wanting to kind of integrate you in their life and see if you kind of fit and they fit with you. Okay, see how you are socially rather than just with them, and a chance for you to validate what they've told you. Because when you're only getting information from one person, it's in a vacuum. So when you get context, it helps you to get a bigger, more clear picture. Have you been to their place and have they been to yours? Before committing to someone, have you been to their place? Do you even know they got a place? Do you know who living in that place? Do you know what it looked like in there? Have you spent time doing things other than just fun things, like other than dinner and museums? Have you just kind of ran some errands? Like, have you done anything that's just like normal stuff, like day-to-day stuff? Again, y'all, these are things that I would just consider, okay? Have you maybe maybe you want to co-work together? Maybe you both work from home, or you get a work from home day and you want to do it together. Have you done that kind of like that? Have you just been like on a walk together? Have you worked out? Like whatever, something that's just kind of not um like a full blown date, or something that's just super fun. Like y'all driving go-karts every other week. Like, yeah, you're gonna have a good time. So in any of these things, y'all, the things like meeting friends, family, have y'all been to each other's places? Have you run errands together? Have you worked out together? Have you just gone on a walk, whatever? These things should be like, it should be organic, um, organically done, right? Like not just trying to check off boxes, because whenever you try to like push the accelerator on something when you're not really there, you start to create like faux experiences, false experiences. You're going through the motions of developing a relationship that's not organically there. And so these are just things to consider, not something to put on a list and be like, we got to do this, and this by month 3. If these things like aren't happening by month 3, 4, it's telling you, it's just telling you something. It doesn't mean make it happen. Does that make sense? You got to make it all happen. You can have the intention of something without pushing the gas on it. And knowing that, okay, if some of these things like aren't happening, that's giving me some information about how this person feels about me, and probably how I feel about them. Wes says that he and his fiance work out every day. We routine together. I love that. Love it. Grocery shopping together, routine, just cooking together. Like, it's truly like things that just make a normal life. Like, just things that are so normal. Okay? Can you do that? Damn. You see all those 100 roses being delivered. It's like, that not every week. You don't need 100 roses every week. Okay? You don't need that. You don't need a steakhouse twice a month. You really don't. You really don't. Now, if you're doing it, I love it. Trust me, I love it. Okay? But is it necessary? No. It's the normal stuff that is necessary. Last things here. What's a good length of time to spend with someone before commitment? Consider your emotional experience. And here are some questions to help you to like organize your thoughts around this. Consider your emotional experience. Do I feel calm or anxious? Good nervousness is fine. Like you're excited, or you're like, oh, I really want to show up well. Like that's all fine, right? That's not the same thing as distressing anxiety. Do you feel confused or do you feel clear? Someone who really likes you, okay, who's really interested in you and who is emotionally ready for a relationship, helps you to feel clear, not confused. Do I feel put down or do I feel lifted up? So rather than just like objective markers of like, okay, it's been 3 months, let's also consider, because I'm also not saying like, don't think about that at all. And you just there for now 9 months and you met nobody else in their life. Okay. So we need a balance of having some objectivity, like let's be reasonable and let's have reasonable time frames, which can be different for different people as long as you're all on the same page. The two of you are on the same page, not you. You're not in a relationship with the internet. You're not, let me say it to y'all. You're not in a relationship with the internet. So whatever they're saying, people are giving you general ideas, or they're talking about from their experience, or they're just saying stuff. Some people ain't even experienced it. They just really just saying it. They just saying stuff. Okay. You're not in a relationship with the internet. You're in a relationship, or you're developing a relationship with one other person. Y'all need to be on the same page. If y'all like, let's say, for example, both of y'all had divorces within the last 18 months. Finalized divorces, y'all. Finalized divorces in the last 18 months. You know, 3 months to see if y'all want to get committed. Don't recommend. Okay, so context matters. Y'all get what I'm saying? Context matters. You might be more on the 9 month side. Thank you. You might be more on the 9 month side. You got kids, you might be more on the 9 month, 1 year side. 6 month, 9 month, 1 year. I don't know. So again, you're in a relationship with one other person, or developing a relationship with one other person. Y'all need to be on the same page. Y'all need to be harmonized, not you, him, or you and her and the internet. And somebody just needed a little bit of a reminder there. So objective markers and emotional and experiential things that you want to consider. A balance. We're almost at the halfway point. How do I deal with a breakup? How do I deal with a breakup? This is simple. This is simple. I got a couple points on this one. No contacts, no pictures, no video, and those recently deleted pictures, go back and delete them. Recently deleted, go back and delete them. Locked albums, hidden albums, stop playing. Go back and delete it. You see, look, because people talk about, oh, I want to get over this breakup, but you still holding on. You haven't broken off nothing. Break it then. Break it. break it. Break it. So you got, okay, delete the pictures, delete the videos, no contact, no pictures, no video, no leftover items. No leftover items. I shouldn't have to go into detail about this, but since y'all want to keep, people want to keep playing, people want to play around. Okay, we don't care that y'all went to damn Belize and you took some seashells. You took some seashells back, and it's sitting on your nightstand. Throw it away. Throw it away. Every time you see this stuff, it's just a vacation. Every time you see it, you thinking about what y'all was doing out there in that on that little patio. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about. So, t-shirts, hoodies, okay? I don't care if it's a damn water bottle. Throw it away. You got little cups from where y'all been at, little shot glasses. Throw it away. Stop playing this stuff. Because you really haven't let it all the way go. All right. No contact, no pictures, no leftover items. Y'all just broke up, but you're still like, well, we still gonna try to be friends. Get out of our face. Get out of our face. Get out of our face. Because ain't no way you over it that quick where y'all can still have contact talking about we just friends. Get out of our face. You're really not serious. You're really not a serious person. You're really playing. Cut it out. And if you're not ready to go no contact and throw away the stuff and delete the pictures and the video, fine. But don't drag other people into this mess. Okay? Because you're not emotionally available. Last thing, how to deal with a breakup. Start developing healthy habits. Healthy habits. Not a hot girl summer, not a city boy, whatever. What y'all call it? What y'all call it now? Not a city boy summer, not a hot girl summer. What, city boys up? Okay, no, none of that. You're talking about how you want to deal with a breakup. Let's do it in a healthy way. Develop some healthy habits. Go to therapy. Start going to the gym. Journal. Okay, go on a walk. Get your diet on track. Pour into your physical space. Healthy habits. See, people do some silly stuff talking about I'm on demon time. Just racking up trauma, just racking up negative experiences. And then, come on, don't get in your own way. If you're dealing with a breakup, let's handle it in a healthy way and not add on to the pain and the negativity that you just experienced. Talking about demon time. We really need to start unpacking that. What's really going on? What's really going on? You hurt? Let me not do it. But it's looking like you don't know how to process the grief. That's what it kind of looks like. Hot girl summer. It looks like you just lost hope in relationships. That's what it kind of looks like. And maybe we should talk about that and not trying to go to the club. Y'all over 30 years old going to the club, you shouldn't be. Shouldn't be. Now, that's my personal opinion. Let me get back on track in just a moment. But that's my opinion. I don't think you should be in there. Let those young folks, let the young folks have their fun. What you doing in there? Drinking damn Hennessy margaritas still? All right. We got 5 more questions to go, y'all. This person put, Thanks for listening, y'all. Catch the next 5 questions next week on Boundaries and Grace. Subscribe and turn your notifications on so you don't miss it.